All right, we are here tonight on the CE show to talk about the playoffs. Let's talk about the playoffs. All right, first let's talk about the game nobody wants to talk about, but I have to talk about it real fast, and then we'll get to the Saints game. But first we have to talk about Jacksonville. All right, so Jacksonville, they're going on. Jacksonville, Bills versus Jacksonville. This game sucked ass. It felt like it lasted 5 hours. Are you kidding me right now? Both of these quarterbacks suck ass. What is his name? The guy from Jacksonville. Blake Bortles. That guy can't throw anything. He kept missing left and right. He has terrible accuracy. And Jacksonville has a pretty good team. They have a pretty good running back with Fournette, pretty good defense led by Jalen Ramsey. I could see why they were looking to getting Eli Manning a few months ago, because this Blake Bortles guy sucks ass. Missing left and right. He had receivers wide open who would overthrow him by 2-3 yards. This guy sucks. This team, this was the first time I watched them play in the entire season, but I'm pretty sure that the defense carries the whole team, because obviously you got Fournette. He ain't no joke. He can run, but as far as this team, oh my lord. And they're playing the Steelers next week. And they actually beat the Steelers, 31-7. They played them a few weeks ago. Well, not like week 5. And they intercepted Ben Roethlisberger 5 times. You can tell this team is led by the defense. And in this league, you run the football and play defense, but at the same time, you have to have a quarterback who can at least make some throws. This Blake Bortles guy sucks ass. He really does. I'm sorry. It sucks because this team could even be better if they had a better quarterback. Like, if you stick Eli Manning in there, this team would be a lot better. This team is almost very close to being a championship contender. The only thing that to me is separating them from being a championship contender is their quarterback. He absolutely sucks ass. And we're not even going to talk about Tyrod Taylor. We all know he's not really a good starter. That guy should not be playing in the NFL. That guy sucks ass. Both of these two teams. This game was so long, I do not know whether to shit or wind my watch. I kept looking, I'm like, it's only the third quarter, it's only the second quarter, 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm like, mother chicken on a waffle string, when is this shit gonna be over? My father, he kept getting up, he kept cleaning around, would go do something else, he would the game's not over yet? I'm like, no, this shit's going on for 5 hours. This was the longest game ever. 10-3 Jacksonville wins. They're going on to face the Steelers, who they actually beat 31-7, I believe, in week 5. Got 5 interceptions off Ben Roethlisberger. Do they have a chance? I think they do. Now, you can tell that the defense just has to carry them and obviously run the football with Fournette. Because this Blake Bortles guy sucks ass. Now maybe can he play better next week? Yes, I think he can. You can't play any worse than you played tonight. But how good can he be? He's pretty much the worst quarterback, probably him and Nick Foles in this whole playoff thing. He and Nick Foles suck ass. They're probably the worst 2 quarterbacks in the playoffs right now. I think they have a chance because of their defense. And they already mentally know that they can beat them because they already beat them. They whooped them pretty bad in week 5. But the Steelers were still kind of figuring out things, And now they're obviously, they know who they are. Although Antonio Brown will not be 100%. He's going to be playing with a slight tear in his leg. Slight tear ligament. I don't know. I might go with Jacksonville. I honestly think Jacksonville... if they can get a quarterback, if you're Jacksonville, you need to look in the draft. They're like the Texans. If they can get a quarterback, they can seriously be a championship contender. They need to look at somebody in the draft, maybe trade up. I don't know, because it might be worth it. Or try to get Eli Manning. That's another one where, with the relationship with Tom Coughlin, he's the vice president in Jacksonville. I don't know, but they need to either try to get something in the draft or trade for Eli Manning or something. Or maybe Kirk Cousins, he's going to be a free agent. I don't know, but you need to do better than what you're doing with Blake Bortles. This guy is stopping you from being a championship contender. You have got to go ahead and get a true quarterback. You don't need to get Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, but you need to do better. Like I said, Eli Manning. Go get Eli Manning. Maybe I'm hearing the New York may want to draft Sam Darnold out of USC. Go trade. Go trade him your maybe what the fuck is happening? Never mind. Go trade him your. Go trade him your I don't know, first, second round pick for Eli Manning. You will become a championship contender right away. You're very close. Run the football, play defense. Need a quarterback to at least make the throws on 3rd and long. We'll see what happens next week. I'll think about it. I'll put my head down. I'll study. I'll study the matchup. I'll watch, from week 5, when they whooped them 31-7, 5 interceptions out of Ben Roethlisberger. I'll study the film. I'll watch it, and then we'll go from there. And I'll make my decision in the next few days if I will pick Jacksonville. All right. What else? Let's talk about the game now. The game that everybody watched most likely today. If you got to pick between these two, the Panthers and the Saints. All right, so this game, it kind of reminded me almost of yesterday's game between Kansas City and Tennessee. I was scared because I'm like, are the Saints going to lose just the way Kansas City lost? They had a big lead into that game, and then they started losing it. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, Carolina stepped up. Cam Newton started making some plays. And before you know it, it was 24-19. I'm like mother chicken on a waffle string. The whole game, they couldn't score, no touchdowns. They kept having to get field goals. And then in the 4th quarter, they started scoring touchdowns. And I believe the final score 31-26, I believe. But it got scary there at the end there for the Saints. They couldn't do shit at the end there. And then Cam Newton started getting going. And they got lucky on that intentional grounding. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it was intentional grounding because that kind of slowed the momentum down of Carolina because they were on their way to possibly winning this football game right here. And they got intentional grounding, and then from there, I thought the momentum was done for the Carolina. Cam Newton, I don't know. I guess he suffered a concussion, but they lied about it so he can keep playing the game because Derek Anderson went in and he sucks ass, hasn't really done shit about shit for like 10 years. So, I mean, did they lie? I know Russell Wilson, Thursday Night Football versus Arizona, they lied about having got a concussion to put him back in the game. And then, so possibly the league's investigating, I'm hearing, to see if they lied or not about Cam Newton having a concussion. But it was a close game. The Saints were able to hang on. And, but it was close. It was close. I thought it was going to be the same thing as last night with the Tennessee game. I'm like, are you serious? I was about to make some calls down in Louisiana for my man Marty to stop drinking, I was gonna have him close all the liquor stores down there in Louisiana so he wouldn't get drunk and have to report for work tomorrow, I knew he was going to get drunk. He's probably so drunk, because even if they won, he's probably celebrating. But it would have been a lot worse if he would have suffered the same fate that last night Andy Reid suffered. So I was about to call, all the liquor stores down in Louisiana so Marty couldn't get any alcohol. You smell me? But a good win. Now they play the Vikings. That's a game again. I'm gonna have to really study. I think there's 2 easy picks. I got the Falcons beating the Eagles. And because Nick Folk sucks ass, and I got New England beating the Tennessee because come on, there's no way they're gonna be able to match up with New England. Come on. So there's 2 easy matchups right there: Falcons over the Eagles, Patriots over the Titans. Then you have 2 matchups where you really have to put your head down and study between Jacksonville and Steelers and Saints and Vikings. Those are the 2 games that I think we're going to really have to study for, and those are probably going to be the 2 good games of next week. And so, could we the thing that scares me about Jacksonville is that if they beat the Steelers, Then we're gonna have ourselves a Patriots Jaguars AFC Championship game, and that could be ugly for the Jaguars. I don't think they are ready for that, especially with their quarterback. That is what scares me about Jacksonville beating the Steelers. They seem to match good versus the Steelers, but I don't. It's going to be a whole different thing. It's going to be a whole different level to have to face New England in the AFC Championship game. The experience, the talent. Oh my Lord, that's what I am scared of the Jaguars beating the Steelers, than having to go to the AFC Championship game and having to face the New England Patriots. Oh my Lord, that's going to be an ass whooping, 70-0. And on the other side, I'm not too worried who wins. I think the Falcons are going to win. And then whoever it is, either the Saints or the Vikings, I think we will have a good matchup. But as far I think the Patriots are going for sure to the AFC Championship, and I think the Falcons are for sure going to the NFC Championship. It's just a matter of who they play, whether the Steelers or the Jaguars or the Saints or the Vikings. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I will come back the next few weeks. I will tell you who I pick to win all games. Right now I'm just giving you a taste. Tomorrow, the national championship game, Georgia versus Alabama. I think Alabama will win because of their experience. So I got Alabama winning. Let me know in the comment section, who do you think is going to win tomorrow night between Georgia and Alabama? Let me know. Did anybody ask any questions? Marty, you said, yeah, if my Eagles are in trouble versus the Falcons, yeah, they have no chance. The Falcons will win if I got the Falcons winning. Once again, I'll say it again for the hell of it when I make my picks. Who else threw me a comment? You were scared about your Panthers beating them 3 times. Yeah, yeah, you're right. It is 3 times for somebody to win in this league versus one team, especially a playoff team like the Carolina. But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I felt pretty good about it. I started 0-2, and I started questioning myself. Am I about shit? So I'm very happy I at least finished 2-2. Last night I fell apart with Tennessee winning and Atlanta winning, and then tonight I recovered nicely with both the Saints and the Jaguars winning. So I'm 2-2. Need to put my head on the film, need to study to make close to perfection picks this next week. I felt like I always try to go undefeated, and right away I'm 2-2, and I started 0-2, so I right away was looking myself in the mirror and asking myself if that was about shit. So I'm 2-2, I'm 500. I'll start looking at some film soon, and hopefully I can get better for next week, although as the further we go in this playoffs, the harder the games get. But we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But right now I'm going to give you an appetizer. Like I said, oh shit, excuse me. Like I said, I'm going to give you an appetizer at least for 2 games. I got the Patriots beating the Titans, and I got the Falcons beating the Eagles. As far as the other 2 games, I really have to put my head on the film and study them. I am a professional. I'm going to continue to study. Shout out to everybody, Shout out to everybody who's still in the tournament. Marty, you're still in the tournament. Larry, you're still in the tournament. Johnny, you're still in the tournament. Shout out to all of you. Who else is still? I think everybody has been eliminated. Patterson is eliminated. Ronald's eliminated. Ronald has been a no-show lately. I think he's really upset about his Cowboys. Yeah, so shout out to everybody, and until next time, I'm the man that runs the place, and I will see you later. Remember, if you have a question, let me know, and right away I will answer it on the next video, on the next show, after the topic on that show is over. Let me know also tomorrow, who do you got between Georgia and Alabama? I got Alabama because of the experience, but let me know in the comment section, who you got for tomorrow night. And until next time, I will see you later. Oh shit! Mother chicken on a waffle string. This shit's still on? Oh man. What the hell happened?